Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at the Guard Towers mod, which is being made by user J. Pittner. And what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is a lovely little series of pre-made guard towers to really help you up your defensive strategies in your settlement building. And I really love this thing, so let's jump right on into the workshop mode to take a look at the parts we do get. Now, the vast majority of the stuff is here in the defense category, but we're actually going to start out in the structures category here for our first two parts, which live under warehouse and then stairs, as we get two lovely new sets of concrete stairs for you to play with, either a full-size step or a half-size step, and these can be placed in the ground as low as you need them to go for you to be able to really dial in and adjust exactly where you want your defenses to be, which is always handy. Now, once built, they'll look like these here, and this is with them placed at the top of the ground rather than sunken in, and yeah, just, you know, useful stairs that you can then have lead to defenses, basically. Lovely things! Now, next, of course, is the towers themselves, and that is the first tower that we'll have a look at here. So if we head back into the workshop mode and over to defense, and then in guard posts, we have the first tower. Now, you may notice something with this tower here, and of course it's, you know, already built one there. It doesn't have the little shield showing that it produces defense. In fact, none of the towers themselves have that capability. What gives you that capability is this little guard post mat right here. Just a simple rubber mat that you can place on the ground, and that is the actual guard post where you tell your settler to guard. A very simple thing, but you know, it works. Now, I have noticed that if you place these little guard post mats too close to edges or at weird corners, they won't always stand directly on the mat. They're supposed to, but they don't always. Now, they'll still stand as near to it as they can possibly get, but sometimes pathing just, you know, does things in this game. But even if they're not standing on the mat, they should be nearby, and it's a lovely tool for you to be able to put your defenders exactly where you need them to be without the bulkiness of a traditional guard tower. It's just a little rubber mat, and in fact, multiples of these could be placed inside of one of these guard towers if you so desire. It wouldn't be hard to accomplish. And that is a wonderful, wonderful tool. Now on to the towers themselves. The first one here is a basic enclosed tower made with steel, concrete, and wood, and works quite well as a perimeter tower or however else you would care to use it. And one thing I should point out is all of these towers, including, well, the stairs, which aren't towers, but hey, they work with them, have attachment nodes, so you can either build them next to one another, as you did see it briefly. There it goes, snap together there. They will also, of course, snap with the stairs if you so desire, or with other towers, and eventually some of these lovely walkways we'll get to in a moment. But first, back to the towers. Now, this is the basic one. This is a much bigger one. A much bigger one. It's wonderful. It's a multi-story one here that is just gigantic and beautiful, and just requires more materials than the smaller one. We then have this watchtower here, which is a bit more open, less defensible, but the reason for that is, of course, it has attachment nodes, like all the others do, on those open spots, so instead of railings, you have the ability to attach walkways. We then have a more enclosed version, still, again, not the most defensive thing ever, with, you know, just piping rather than a wall, but hey, it's there. It's the lovely little watchtower. We then have a series of several different watchtower bridges to connect to, say, the sides of one of these, and we have this one here, which has a wall on one side. We then have half walls on both sides, and then this one, which is a corner unit, so you can really build out the defenses on your towers. We then have a lovely set of 3 different towers here, each one's with different open sides to allow you to build in different ways. So this one, of course, has open sides on the right and the left for you to build off of. This one just has the open area on the right-hand side, which is confusing. It says Watchtower left, but I guess maybe that just means the left-hand side is the one that's closed. But I would have personally gone with the right side is open, and that's the more important part. And then this one, which is Watchtower right, has the left-hand side open for you to build off of. And with that, plus these lovely walkways, you can build some interesting things, like with these that you see here. I basically just quickly threw together like a little gatehouse, effectively, which, you know, worked out quite well. Did also shove some of these over here together, and, you know, made a lovely little tower out of 2 of these and some of the walkways. Popped one of my guards up here with the rubber mat, working out quite nicely. And then we have, God, I really love this tower. I don't know why I love it so much, but it's a 3-story pre-built tower. It's just nice. I really like this thing. And, you know, it's got the stairs, the multi-levels. It's just good. Now, you may be wondering, okay, well, that's cool. I can make guard posts and, you know, gate houses, etc. with these things. But what about these open sides? People will just ramshackle run right through them, and that's no good. Well, lucky for you, you can build in those. Like I said, we have different attachment points for these towers, not just at the points where you can add walkways, but also at points where you can add walls. So if we go into, say, like the concrete walls here, we can place one of these right down at the bottom, if I can get the attachment point to properly work for me. I always have problems with attachment points. Why can I never find them? It's in here somewhere. I know it is. Oh, I had it there for a moment. There we go. It built. Perfect. It is now solidly attached to our lovely tower, and you can build those along the attachment nodes on all 4 sides of the tower, basically making this thing an impenetrable fortress. And that's wonderful. And doesn't just work with the concrete wall. Basically, any size wall that would fit it should go there. It's just the concrete one is the exact size that is necessary and fits in perfectly for you to just, build wonderful, wonderful defensive structures with these things. And that is just cool. But yeah, that's the Guard Towers mod. It's a really lovely set of parts that really will let you build some cool defenses and then place your settlers around them wherever you need to protect your land with a little rubber mat. And that's a good thing. So if you'd like to check out this mod for yourself, which I would definitely recommend you go and do, you can have a look at the link in the description as per usual. But that is going to be it for today. I hope you all have enjoyed and that you do come back for the next episode when hopefully we'll be looking at yet another wonderful mod. But until that time, thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one!